Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute, I tell you. You ain't heard nothing. You want to hear Toot Toot Tootsie? All right.
In 1927, everything changed with American film. Warner Brothers released the film Jazz Singer, starring Al Jolson, in the first feature-length talking film. It transformed film-going from reading and watching to a more lifelike watching and listening experience.
Toot Toot Tootsie, don't cry. The little choo-choo train that takes me away from you. You don't know just how sad it makes me.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late.
State Fair was based on a book by Phil Stong, who is from Keosauqua, Iowa. And Phil was a Des Moines Register reporter for a while, just like the character Pat in the film. And his dad, no, not his dad, his granddad was the director of the State Fair. And of course, the movie being set at the State Fair, that's a big event for Iowans, especially for rural Iowans.
The 1933 Fox Film Studios release State Fair starred Will Rogers and Janet Gaynor. The film focused on the Frake family and their personal desires and hopes in their lives. In 1945, a musical version produced by Rodgers and Hammerstein was released just a few weeks after Japan announced it would surrender. The family includes parents, Melissa and Abel, and their children Wayne and Margie, who plan a journey to the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines. Melissa hopes to take first place in a pair of food competitions. And the scene of making mincemeat shows Iowans' conflicted view of alcohol during the period, as Mrs. Frake debates with her husband and daughter over the inclusion of brandy in her recipe.
I don't approve of it, and I won't do it.
Abel has concerns of his own, as shown in this clip from the 1945 film. He hopes his prize pig, Blue Boy, will receive recognition as the champion boar.
Say, listen, you can say anything you please about me, but don't say anything bad about Blue Boy. That's the finest Hampshire boar that ever breathed.
Margie meets a reporter from the Des Moines Register on the roller coaster. Wayne meets a woman as he shows up a carnival worker who had cheated him at the previous year's fair.
The law says he's got to sell you all the rings you want. Otherwise, you can close up his place.
Both the 1933 and 1945 films address larger themes in Iowa and rural life.
The film it's a terrific film. It's one of the only films by Rodgers and Hammerstein that went straight to film. It wasn't a play first. And it's got great songs in it, like It's a Grand Night for Singing, and Our State Fair is the Best State Fair. And probably one of the most interesting songs is one called All I Owe, I Away. And this film, this song talks about people leaving Iowa, but feeling very nostalgic for their home state, especially for the food of their home state. Pies and ham and all these good foods. But one of the themes of the film, though, is that people do leave the state, which has been an issue for the state. But nevertheless, they leave with very good feelings about the old state.
I owe Iowa for her ham and her beef and her lamb and her strawberry jam and her pie. I owe Iowa more than I can ever pay, so I think I'll move to California.
Oh, it was great. And of course, it did a tremendous business. You know, even in big cities, it played the Music Hall in New York. It was a big, big grocer, tremendous grocer.
Des Moines will never forget the publicity campaign.
In late August 1945, Iowans look forward to the end of World War II and more carefree days. In the end, all Frakes are happy. First, mother and father show their expertise in rural skills by winning their contests. And in the musical version, express their love for Iowa in song. Meanwhile, one child will stay on the farm as Wayne recognizes his local girlfriend is a better match than the allure of a performer, while Margie is able to leave the farm and marry the newspaper reporter who is leaving Des Moines for a position in Chicago. Both the 1933 and 1945 films reflected on the changing population of Iowa from rural to urban, tensions between generations, and the value of work and practicality. The fair can be a method of achieving your dreams, as Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote in the musical version State Fair.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. It's dollars to donuts that our state fair is the best state fair in our state.